That box of baking soda looks innocent. But where it comes from matters, and labels can be slippery. Here are the brands I avoid first, starting with the ones I personally avoid for anything that's going in food. Quick note, baking soda is sodium bicarbonate, the molecule is the molecule. What changes is how it's made, how clean it is, and how transparent the brand is about that. Number 1, great value. This is the classic, it's probably fine box that also gives you the least information. Store brands can be sourced from different suppliers depending on region and year, so consistency is the problem. If a brand won't tell you whether it's mined or manufactured, and you can't easily find a recent spec sheet or testing info, I treat it like a cleaning product first, not a pantry staple. Number 2, Kroger. Same story, different logo. It checks the food grade box, but that bar is basically the minimum. If you're just deodorizing the fridge, whatever. If you're baking for your kids and you buy this every week, I'd rather use a brand that actually says where it comes from, not just what it is. Number 3, 365 Whole Foods Market. This one frustrates people because the branding feels cleaner by default. The label looks wellness adjacent, the vibe is minimalist, and you assume the sourcing is special. But unless the box clearly says naturally mined, or you can verify the origin, you might just be paying extra for the same generic supply chain with nicer typography. Number 4, Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's is the king of private label mystery. Sometimes that mystery works in your favor, sometimes it doesn't. If the manufacturer changes, you may never know, and your results can shift from box to box. For baking, consistency matters. If the brand won't consistently disclose sourcing, it's hard to put it in the trust it forever category. Number 5, Arm & Hammer. This is the famous one. And look, it works. It's been in American kitchens forever for a reason. My issue isn't that it's bad, it's that it's treated like a one-size-fits-everything product. It's used for laundry, deodorizing, scrubbing, and baking, all under the same household icon. If you're using it occasionally for cookies, you're probably not losing sleep. If you want a box you feel great about using all the time, I'd rather choose something that leans harder into documented purity and transparent sourcing. Number 6, Clabber Girl. This one rides on tradition. It looks old school, so people assume it's old school in the best way, but traditional label doesn't automatically mean transparent sourcing. If the brand doesn't clearly tell you whether it's naturally mined or manufactured, you're back to guessing. And I don't love guessing with something that's going into food. Now, real quick, let's clear up one marketing trick that makes people spend money for no reason. You'll see aluminum free slapped on some baking aisle products like it's a gold medal, but baking soda is supposed to be sodium bicarbonate. Aluminum is usually part of baking powder formulas, not plain baking soda. So if a box is trying to impress you with aluminum free, that's not automatically a purity flex. It's often just a scary sounding label designed to justify a higher price. Number 7, Bob's Red Mill. People reach for this because it feels like the good choice. The reputation is strong. The placement in stores signals quality, and the branding screams wholesome, and to be fair, it can be a perfectly solid option. My knock is the price-to-proof gap. If the label leans hard on badge-style reassurance, but you still can't quickly verify the sourcing or see a clean current spec, you're mostly paying for trust vibes. I'd rather pay for transparency I can actually read. Number 8, Frontier Co-op. This is the most almost. There is brand on the avoid side. The intent is better, and plenty of people like it. But the problem I see in real life is how it's sold and stored. Bulk bins, bags that sit open, packaging that feels less sealed than the classic boxes. Baking soda is a magnet for moisture and odors. If it's been sitting in a way that lets it absorb the world around it, you're not getting the cleanest experience, even if the original product started out decent. Okay, now for the better picks. These aren't magic. They're just brands that make it easier to trust what you're buying because they're clearer about grade, sourcing, and what standards they're trying to meet. Number 9, Prescribed for Life Pure Sodium Bicarbonate. If you want as close to boring and dependable as possible, this is the lane. The big advantage is the emphasis on USP grade. That's a higher bar than typical grocery aisle expectations, and it's exactly what people want when they care about consistency and purity. Number 10, Pure Organic Ingredients. This one is popular with families because it leans into naturally sourced, higher purity positioning, and tends to be marketed for people who care about avoiding mystery ingredients. The key is that it's usually easier to find sourcing and quality details compared to the basic store brand boxes. It's not about being fancy, it's about being clear. Number 11, Acre. This is the, if you can find it, it's worth looking at pick. The reason it lands here is the same reason the others do, transparency and standards. If the brand clearly states naturally mined origin or provides documentation that makes it easy to verify what you're buying, it earns trust. If you can't verify, don't treat it like a premium product, even if the price is premium. That's the list. What brand is in your pantry now? Drop it in the comments and tell me why you trust it. Thanks for watching.